we live? We're live. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Innovation RC Live. I just hit my my leg on these beautiful carbon fiber builds over here. And actually, I have another one that I'm building here. And this is going to be the first live back. So I wanted to, do a little bit of a build and show you guys. So I'm going to put you over here. And yeah, so for the most part, this is the whole layout now. I have all of my cars over there. This is for customer, same customer, a cool cat customer. I mean, everyone's cool, but for the most part, these are all of my cars. This is a repair or upgrade repair. This is a upgrade, pretty much upgrade. So all of this crazy stuff, and we're working on this guy today. Yeah, so this is what we're doing. LK Jesse, cool, I'm here first. What is up, guys? Hello, hi, hello. Hi, hello. Okay, now if you guys remember, if any of you guys would like to donate, I do appreciate every single one of you who do so. I have all of your names who did in the previous live streams, so I do appreciate it if you guys do that, and if you don't, it's all good. I'm still here to give out good advice on whatever you guys have for the most part. So here, I'm gonna try to put this over here. Nice, there we go. Okay. All right, so this is looking at the build. I have, as I call my trap phone, looking at the comments. So hopefully I don't have to keep walking over and whatnot. So all good in the hood over here. Okay, boom, done. All right, so I pretty much just put this top plate up over here, and I'm gonna have to work on getting this whole carbon top piece on here. So that's what I'm up to right now. So it's pretty much just the candy stuff. Still have to do the gear mesh, and that's probably what I should do up next, actually. But I kind of want to work on getting this plate down. So let's see. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is our first live. Would be nice if you guys can see, I guess. Okay. First live back. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me know in the comments if this is good. I still have to get a tripod, and now that I actually have the room and the space, 100%, you guys will be getting a better view in the next live video. So that's what I have planned. Tis what I have planned. Yeah, so this is the wrong top plate that he gave me, but it can still work. Yeah, this is the wrong top plate. This is for a normal limitless, and this carbon chassis, or no, this carbon chassis is for the normal limitless. This is for the V2 right here, but I'll still make it work. It's no big deal. It's not going to make or break the car, which is always a good thing. Julian, how's it going? Do you have some tips for starting my own RC company? I've spoke with you on Instagram. Starting an RC company. First thing what I would do is just know what you're working with inside and out before you really get knees deep. Having a lot of money is not the answer. It's really knowledge, not just starting the company. You really need to know these things. I would recommend. That's all that I'd recommend, and just keep on going at it. I do have full faith in you for doing your business, so good job on that, and I'm looking forward to seeing it thrive. Let's see, Michael Parker, how do I link up with you? I'm in Philadelphia. My name is Michael. Okie dokie, Michael. So I'm in northern Florida. I'm in Tallahassee, which is quite a bit away. I don't know. Get with me on Instagram. If you get with me on Instagram, it'd probably be a lot easier, for the exacts and whatnot. But I am just needing to stay local just because I just moved here, and what I'm going to be needing to do is recover from the move, which is doing builds, YouTube, and stuff like that. Let's see what else, Julian. Like building custom builds. Oh, building custom. Yes. So, if you want to do what I do, you just got to do a lot of it. And unfortunately, you got to screw up a little bit to learn a lot. And sometimes that's what it takes. So you know, as I said, you just got to do a lot, see a lot. I'm not saying that I've seen it all and done it all, but I've done a lot in this hobby. I've also screwed up a lot. So I would 100% recommend, you know, I would really, really recommend just do it. Do a lot, whether it's for yourself or other people. Make sure it's guys that you're cool with first. You know, that's what I would do. So if there's an issue, oh, it's no big deal, you know, any of that stuff. So just make sure you're safe and okay regarding that aspect. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to make sure my camera's all Gucci over here. Okay. Should be a little bit better now. All right. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, I'm still here. I'm actually looking at comments on here, so if you guys have comments, feel free to leave them. Also, if any of you guys want to donate to the channel, everything goes to making the channel bigger, better, and whatnot. Yeah, so I appreciate every single one of you who do so. And if you guys need any advice, you know, I'm not charging you per advice, but tips go a long way, and I certainly appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. So we're doing this dual motor build. This thing's got 1530 horsepower, two 1650 kV brushless motors from Castle. And it's just a sweet, clean dual motor setup. Yeah, so that's that. But the same guy who has this, actually, let me show you something real quick. If I can pick it up. Oy. Here we go. Oy. Has a dual motor. Oh my God. Dual motor 1700 kV. So this thing's got over 50 horsepower over here. And this is the same guy. This guy's just going all out with these builds. Whew. Giving me a workout here. But yeah, so for the most part, this guy is getting a lot of good stuff done. A lot. Let's see. A lot of good stuff. So making sure we get them right the first time. He also bought a lot of stuff that he didn't need, which, you know, on YouTube, people can sell water to an ocean, which is something you need to avoid. You need to know what's good, what's not. A lot of the stuff is good. It really is, but there's so much extra stuff that, you know, that you don't need if you go another route, this and that, all that kind of stuff. Craziness. Michael Parker, Brendan, I watched you. Your videos are the best. I appreciate that, Michael. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Put a lot of time and effort into these videos. I most certainly do. And honestly, I'll say they're probably not the best, but I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I know I need to improve on a lot of things, especially with doing, you know, the builds here and all that. I mean, even the lighting. I have a lot to improve on myself. Okay, so these are all torqued. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Got to make sure that you torque them all equal and have a little bit of Loctite. Okay, so that's done. This is not done. Just take this top thing off. We want that in there. This can go straight down, but hang on, I'm not sure just yet. I got to take this off. Let's take this thing off. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, top plate taken off. Maybe I'll clean it. Some dirt, dust, and grease. Julian Verwell. I'm building custom RC monster truck with 2 motor direct drive. Oh, that's awesome. All-wheel steering. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, definitely make an Instagram and start promoting your stuff, you know. I don't advertise myself doing this, and people just reach out. And honestly, I love doing it. I love building cars, so I don't mind doing it. Slow RC Mike, how's it going? How's it going? Long time no here. Hope everything is well your way. I'm over here. I'm just looking at my trap phone. So everything is on the trap phone, as I call it. That is my previous phone. Oh, my previous phone. So I'm looking at comments down there, up here. Maracine channel 72. Nice, interesting. Interesting to watch. Appreciate that. Yeah, so this car is set to do at least 150. Yeah, 150 on 6S more so, you know, 8S. It's just a simple dual motor setup. I mean, what the hell is simple about a dual motor? Dual motor car, there's just a lot that goes into it. What else? Okay, I need to make sure that I put these things in the correct order. Billy Baratti. Hey, Brandon, I live in Tallahassee as well and wanted to know you can help me tune my 8S Castle ESC for 7 scale drag racing. Sure, I would be more than happy to, Mr. Billy. Actually, hit me up on Instagram. If you have me, just say you've contacted me on here, on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to link up with you. Oh, this has got to come off because this standoff gets a super long bolt into it. So we're taking that off. Taking that off. Hope you guys can see. Hopefully. Just making sure. All right. Hello. Hi. All right. So that's there. We need this spacer. No big deal. Yeah. Okay. So that goes there. Bam. That goes down. That's already our spacer. Then we need other spacers. Actually, no, we don't because this is the wrong brace. But it could still work. So, you know, might just need longer bolts. I just need longer bolts right over here. Maybe not actually. We just need a spacer. So it still will work nonetheless. I love these braces. These things are sweet. 2 bolts alone is significant. Oh, yeah, we don't even need a spacer because this front scorch spool holder acts as a spacer. Yeah, so I mean the scorch stuff over here is sweet stuff. It really is. You know, and the quality is so crazy that you need to make sure that like everything goes in nice, everything goes in evenly because the tolerances are so tight. You know, just got to be careful. Billy Baratti, I met you on Sunday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember you. I met like 100 people on that during that drag race event. I just don't remember everyone's face exactly, unfortunately. But you know, I'll 100% remember you when I see you again. I got like 20 people's phone numbers when I was there. Or I mean, if you're one of the people whose number that I got, 100% just text me. Yo one, what is up, Yo one? When it's possible and haven't already put everything away in boxes, it's easier. Yeah. I believe me, I'm still kind of unpacking, but what I had to unpack first was all my RC stuff, which is, you know, work. And once I started unpacking, I just started working because I had to get the money flowing in, you know, because not work. Moving sucks. It really does. I hate moving. I dislike it. You know, all your stuff, all your life's belongings is like being moved around, especially 400 miles. 400 miles away, and you know, it's stressful. So I'm like about 80-90% unpacked at this point. You know, I'm unpacked enough to where I don't really have to touch it or touch any more stuff just because I really don't need to. Let's see. Hippie's Place. What's up, Hippie's Place? Hey, brother, watching Canada. Dang, all the way from Canada. How's it going? That's cool. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right, now with this motor, this dual motor mount, it's a cam, so it's like kind of a D shape. So I need to twist them to make sure I get the correct mesh. Yeah, move the wires away. I'm gonna do one at a time. Move the other one completely out of the way. Way too loose. Okay. That feels about good. Tokyo, how's it going, Mr. Tokyo? Can I have one of your RC cars? Been a fan since RC cars 7 years old. Oh, I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you are local, I do have a car that I could give you. If you're local to me, I'll just give you one. Okay. Maybe I should have a light. Can I put a light on? That would be amazing. Can I put a light on here? Oh, there we go. Cool. I didn't know I could put a light. That's awesome. I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. All right, so that mesh seems to be good. And we're going to set it. Yeah. It's as close as it can go with a little bit of click, and that's what you really want, you know, all the way around. Because if it's too far, you're going to chip the edge or the tips of the teeth, or if it's too close, you're going to break the tooth off the whole gear. Yo One, the water cooling project is nice for sure. I appreciate that, Yo One. He's actually right over there. Well, I can't even see my hand. There we go. He's right over there. I was actually going to do the live video on doing some maintenance on hydro today, right now, actually. But I have two other carbon crazy cars. I have a Mojave that I got to do, and I got to get them done by next week. That's just my personal timeline. So doing maintenance on hydro will be next week's live, and you know, hopefully by then I'll have like a better tripod or whatever, you know. I'll more so likely I'll have some cool stuff. Let's see. Yeah, because that just bolts right in there. And that's actually kind of nice. You know, even though this isn't the right brace, the bolts still line up for the front housing, which is perfect, plus the front and the rear. So it's okay that it's not held in with the motor mount. It's actually okay. I would let that pass on one of my builds. As long as it's being held in something in the middle, something on the end, more than fine. Let's see, who else? Oh, as I drop the trap phone. See, water cooling. Who you do this? I appreciate that. Thanks, Yo One. TJ recently bought an XLX2, 2028 1700. Yeah, man, that's a sweet setup right there. Sweet setup. Sweet setup. How do you sell? How much do I sell something like this? So something like this. In particular, I mean, if you're going with a full carbon chassis, if you're doing like literally exactly what this is, you'll probably be between 2,500 and $3,000. Of course, you don't have to spend that much to get the same kind of performance. There's just some things extra that some people want. So in particular, I don't build cars and then just sell them. Usually people tell me what they want, and then I give them a quote, and then we go from there, because everyone's build is different. Everything that everyone wants could be slightly different, or they may not need some things, you know, and I'm not looking to like be a crazy hard salesman. I'm not even a salesman. The reason why I do this is because I love building. I'm a full-blooded mechanic by trade. So, you know, I just want to make sure that I get whoever's car that I work on right. It's built good. It's built right the first time, you know, all that stuff. And if they don't need it, they don't need it. I'm not going to, you know, upsell some crazy stuff that you don't need. But the crazy stuff is pretty cool. I do have to say that. It certainly is. So like one of my GT cars, Spartan up there, yeah, he does like over 160, but he doesn't have like all the crazy cool things, you know. It's just Arrma infraction. Yeah, my God, I almost forgot what he was. All right, so now here we have these little tapers. Taper. I'm pretty sure these go here. I mean, I'm not pretty sure. I know for a fact they do. There's two different lengths. 1, 2. Let's not drop that. 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you guys can still see. Maybe I gotta move this up a little. Nah, that's fine. Okay, we got this, we got this. Michael Parker, Brandon, I have an XL1, brand new in box. I have 16 vehicles that need your help. Jeez, that's a lot of cars. I run all Traxxas vehicles. I would like to purchase a couple of your batteries. I'm not sure what to run my XL1 with. All right, so here's what I'll tell you regarding my batteries. And I mean, yeah, they're my batteries, but I'm not going to sway you into buying them with an XL1 only because you're going to have to do some decent modifications, i.e. you might have to make custom battery trays. They're not going to fit. If you want something that's going to fit easy, you know, just find like a standard 5,000 milliamp, something 5,000 milliamp, you know, nothing crazy. Come on. Nothing crazy big, you know, because it's also a lighter car. You really don't need all that extra weight, in my honest opinion. So what I would do is not get my batteries. And yes, I'm saying that live, specifically because it might be a little bit too big and it might put other parts of your build offset. And I don't want that to sway you. I'd rather you get, you know, a battery that's just, you know, basic, easy. Like you could run anything. I would recommend, you know, like a ChinaHobbyLine. Actually, crap. Hang on. I got it right now. Right here. I just got these. These are some sweet batteries too, but they're also not as big as my batteries. See, so keep in mind, this is a 4S 10,000. This is a 6S 5,000. And you see the difference? Let me see if I have this correctly. Yeah. This 6S, 4S. And you guys can see, like, it's the same height, but it's like 1.5 inches less. I would get this battery in particular in 4S. The 4S will be a little bit smaller, which is fine. You don't even, or if you're running 8S, yeah, but if you're doing 6S, just get the 3S. You know, you don't need anything crazy. All right, let's do this. Let's see. Yo, Juan, you pass on your regards to your father. I'm sure passionate about why. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, my dad appreciates all of the positive comments from the previous, actually from the hydro video, because he just wanted to watch. Okay, is this even getting in? Appreciate that. Oh, is this on upside down? Schmuck me, it is. Wait, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Okay, that looks good because there's. Is it? No, it's not. Tisn't. Maybe I am just an idiot. Hang on. We gotta try to put this spacer in the front. Yeah, it is that. Okay. So what am I smoking? I don't smoke. Oh, you know what? It all makes sense now. Gotta loosen these. You might have to loosen it up and probably might have to make these holes bigger. Oh, yeah. That's because the brace is just pushing it back. Well, that's not a bad thing. You could still make it work. I got to push the whole front diff housing down a little bit. Push this up. Bam! I heard it just fit right in. It's because there's no chassis brace. The chassis brace kicks up, or it keeps in place the whole front diff housing to the chassis. So, of course, we don't have any right now. And it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Good in the hood. Uh-oh. Don't fall. Don't fall. Okay, let's see. Stay. Please stay. Yeah, next purchase is definitely a tripod for my phone for you guys. Run 4S instead of the 2 Traxxas 3S. I mean, you can do, whatever voltage you want. You could go fast. I mean, there's another guy in here. Yeah, there's another guy in here, Slow RC Mike. He's actually one of the fastest guys I know on low cell. You don't need 8S or dual motor to do 150. So it depends on what voltage, what car you're doing it with. On an XO1, I would probably just run, twin 4S, just a 4S on each side. It's a very lightweight car, and you can do a lot with it. Just making sure. Okay, that's done. And we have thread catch. Good. We like it. We like that. Because before we didn't. That was scaring me. Okay. Melvin Vega back at it again. How's it going? I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, this is the first live back in I don't know, time. Oh crap, this thing just fell. Isn't that annoying? Yeah, it's been a while for sure. It most certainly has, but I'm really happy to be back. I am. And I gotta tell you, moving sucks. Like, all of my stuff is up and down and all around. And plus, oh, it's 480 miles away. Takes a toll on you. I would love doing this for the rest of my life. And when I gotta stop, oy, no bueno. Oh, and plus, my real car was at the collision center literally as the lease was done in the other place. So I actually have to wait a good week down here in South Florida waiting for my car to get done, so I couldn't work. All my stuff was up here in Tallahassee. I was almost 500 miles away, and I was forced to do nothing. That's hard to do. Just because I'm a worker by trade. I like building things, and if I don't build, Brandon's sad. So no big deal, no big deal. But yeah, this place is most certainly an upgrade. It really is. It is. Okay, so we did this. The whole diff, the whole transmission drive line, center drive line is in place now. Okay. Now we need, where'd it go? We need another 2.5 millimeter button head. Where is it at? Good question. Yeah, and one thing that I will say, because he started doing work on this car, I didn't build this from the ground up like I normally do, but usually if anyone wants like a build by me, I tell them, don't order anything, just because I like knowing what's done with the car. If it's a brand new chassis, or if nothing is done with it, I know where it's at. I know that it's, bare bones. But since it's been, worked on, I really got to go through everything just to make sure it's, where it's at for the most part. But yeah, so as I said, I just like starting from scratch just because I know what's what. Okay, threaded. Woo. Oh, that's why it's not going in. Let me see. It's crazy. Let's see. Where's my 2.5? My 2.5. Okay. The darn standoffs. Okay. What's up, Hyperflow? Actually, speaking of Hyperflow, hang on. Let me just get done with this and I'll show you. Okay, well, I extracted that. Good. Oy. That's annoying. It wasn't that bad. MIP. This video is sponsored by MIP. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. But you really got to make sure you use good tools. No button heads, I guess. I don't know. Okay, either way. All right, so Hyperflow, Mr. Hyperflow. Look at this. Look at this craziness. These are two other builds that I've done. And, well, this is a single motor. This is a dual motor. Check out these fans, guys. These are Hyperflow fans. Oh, where's my little 3S? Hang on. I'll show you this. It's absolutely disgusting how much air these things blow. And this is only 3S, in which you can run 4S on them. So I just plugged in my little 3S over there. I mounted the switch. Check this out. Crazy. It's honestly just so loud. I like when they're off. That's how much they blow. So yeah, guys, I mean, crazy, crazy fans. Crazy fans. All right, let's put this back here. And this this stream is going to be kind of short, only because I'm going to be going out to dinner with a family member. She, well, my cousin, drove up, and yeah, so it's kind of nice to see family would still, you know, come all the way up here. I don't deserve her. Trunk music, what is up? What's it tuning? What's its blah, what's its tuning? What's it tuning? I don't know. Okay. All right, so we did the top brace. I finished up the diff. Let's mesh this other motor. And what I like to do is make sure the rotor is actually in the same exact point where both of these motors are. Just because I guess it helps with the sync. It helps us think in them mostly. So this is the one that I have to adjust. The other one is okay. Let's see here. Flat spot. Good question. She could just show the flat spot. Was that it? All right, that's it. I see it. All right, so now it's smack in the middle of the three wire solders. That's what I like to do, and I like to mesh it directly up to the identical thing. Let me just try to get my light. If I can even see, that would be nice. And of course I can't see. Can I see through flat? No. 9. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so the flat spot goes smack in the middle of the three solder leads on each side, just so that they're at the same position. The rotor's at the same position on each motor when you put it together. It just helps with the syncing. I mean, I prefer that. You don't just want to, just have two motors and smack. Just mesh them. Okay, so that point, good. This point, right here. Okay, so now they are synced. Grab gear. Nice, okay, good, done. God, that's a pain in the ass. Okay, I appreciate that, Mr. Hyperflow. Yeah, I like wiring. I love wiring things. Love wiring it right. Okay, so now that they're synced, or at least the rotors are in the same position, both of them, top and bottom motor, now I need to mesh it identically. This stuff matters at 90,000 RPM, by the way, guys. It 100% matters. Yeah. Okay. All right, that feels pretty identical, actually. Yeah. Make sure this biatch is tight. Oy. All right, good. Now we have a fully, whatchamacallit, I don't know. There we go. And it sounds like they're clicking at the same time, which is obviously exactly what you want to hear. You don't just want to throw the damn car together if you have two motors. You know, me personally, I like making sure the rotor, now that, you know, you guys are in my hand, I'll actually show you. The flat spot of the motor or the rotor is actually going to be in the same position. So I had the flat spot right on here, then I meshed it, and then I had the flat spot on this one, and then I meshed it. So the rotors are actually on the identical spot of the motors every single time on both sides, you know. Is it proven that it makes a difference? No, but, you know, dual motor car and you're putting a lot of money into this, I'm not really going to just want to throw this thing together ultimately. But yeah, so me with my build ethic, I would do that. You're putting $2,000+ into a car, 1,000%. You know, you want to do this. You want to do that. And here's another third. This one's probably going to be at least 2,900. This one's going to be, because this has, it's almost, I'm going to say this one has more into it, but this has the larger motor. These are only 1650s, 1717s. These are 2028s, 1700s. So this car can probably do over 190, honestly, how I built it. It'll probably do 170, 180 on 6. You know, depends on how big your balls are to go faster than that. But me personally, I can't go faster than that. This car is built way over my own ability. So this guy's going to be probably 335 and change, probably more than that. This is a drag car for the same guy. So it's just got a 1721, 2400 with the XLX2. Now, yes, if you were to run 8S, it's going to hurt the ESC, but dry tire on 6S, perfect. You're going to have a lot of RPM. So drag car, crazy speed run car, almost as crazy speed run car. And then I have a whole nother build here. This is for a cool cat, a local one. Well, used to be local before I moved, but he's going with the whole DJI FPV setup, and it's going to be like real legit. It's crazy. So, you know, it's some crazy cool stuff. And it's Hydro, Shockwave, Spartan, Vision, and yeah, so that's the whole squad. We're squadding over here. All right, I'm gonna put this back. We're gonna do some more building because we like to build. We like to build. All right. All right, stay. Good. All right. I have these battery straps. Can you believe Arrma sells these? Only 1, 2, 3, 4 battery straps for $17. They are on whatever they're on. I need to see what they're on because I want some. I'm just kidding. I don't do anything like that. But no, I mean, honestly, yeah, they're expensive. But the beauty behind these OEM Arrma straps is that you can literally stick them anywhere. They're infinitely adjustable with how long that they are. It doesn't have like positive, oh my God, positive, negative. It doesn't have like a certain surface and then an opposite surface. So you have to go a certain length until it grabs. That's kind of why they're worth it. Still really expensive, honestly. But, you know, it's just blasphemy. Which way should I do it? Maybe I should do it this way. Have the buckle on the inside. Okay. $17 for 4. You need 2 sets. So you see how much more like length that we have over here? So I'm actually going to cut some to make it appropriate. I'm going to do it more than this, you know, just so he has more length and room. Okay, so see, like you could literally put another 5 or 6 of these batteries up like this, and obviously we don't need all this strap. So how I measure, actually, I'll just do this. Get my skizzers right over here, and I'll just do, I don't know, something like reasonable, because let's say he wants to do parallel or something, you know, something like that. So we're taking probably about 6 inches off. Bada bing, bada boom. See? So now he can still adjust it all the way down. Just like that. And then, oh, we have a lot extra. Well, you actually just do this. And, well, that is actually a lot extra. But, you know, he's going to be running, you know, probably 4 and 4, 4 and 4, 8S total. So imagine a whole nother battery up on here. So that's why there's this extra. I like having these little pull tabs in case you got to get the battery out quick. You just do it like that. You don't really have to fumble. Make sure you get the little skinny part. No. Okay. So, all right. So that one is good. What I'm going to do with this length is actually mimic the identical side over here. And I'm going to basically stick it on here. This is how you mimic the identical side. Then I'm just going to cut it just like that. See, so now we have, well, this I could throw away, but now I know that both sides are cut evenly. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So now I'm going to just mimic the other side. Take this battery out. Now we're done with our fitments. Fit check, fit check. There we go. Yeah, so see how reasonable this is now? Like this little tab isn't sticking crazy up. But if you're running 2 sets of batteries, like this is a good amount of length, and plus you have more in case if you need. So again, it's a love-hate relationship with these battery straps. They're just so expensive. You know, if they were like $3, $4 less, okay. 17 and change is crazy. Rant over. But they're so good. Okay, there we go. Okay, good, good. Okay, I just like the tabs. It just makes it look pretty clean. Pretty clean. Thank you, Mr. Yoan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now these are the shorter ones. You really don't need to cut them, especially in a build like this. You kind of want all the length. And this is like almost the perfect length. Yeah, see? It's a little bit less, but it's fine. Oh, I don't know which one is which. Okay, this one. The shorter one, actually, it's still not short. It's still really long. But it's shorter than the other one that I just cut. And we are going to do the same exact thing. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Throw alone. Okay. Car looks good so far. Okay. Skizzers go away. Oh my god, I didn't scroll on here and I wasn't reading all the newer ones. Seeing this live on the cloud is really cool. Yes, sir, Yo1. Trunk music squad up. Yeah. RC Havoc, I never understand how someone could drive such fast cars without FPV or something. I mean, I gotta tell you, flying my real race drone, it's not a DJI drone, but it's a race drone. I don't like flying with goggles. I just can't fly with goggles. I got to fly line of sight, and I guess that has to be because of the cars. That's just what my eyes are used to. JPS, let's go RCing. How's it going, Joey boy? Joey boy, LUC, Luke, VDM, JPS, how's it going, guys? Let's go RCing. What's going on? Tyson Founder, hey guys, only 10 thumbs. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. If you guys want to leave a like, I appreciate it. If you don't, it's all right. I still appreciate it. But I'm giving out good advice. Stuff that is free actually makes a little bit more of an impact on your build than just buying a lot more stuff that you probably don't need. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you do this as professional as possible in general, because you're putting money into this. You want to make sure it's right the first time. The second time you do it, you're spending more money. Yeah, so all right, so we did the straps, we did top plate, we did this. What else do we need? Oh, we need ESCs. ESCs. Where are they at? Oh, actually, hang on. I have these hyperflow fans. This hyperflow flow. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna want to orient them, but where did the oh, this thing's just so heavy. 17. All right, I'm gonna go with 2 clamps because 1 clamp doesn't secure these crazy heavy fans. So I just prefer going with 2 clamps. You guys can see, I don't know. You guys can see that there's 1 clamp on here, and the 1 clamp is fine, but let's say you're doing 100 miles an hour, which is easy to get, right? The weight of these fans will rip this off the motor. You don't want to cause any more damage. Damn, the weight of these damn GT cars are crushing the box here. Hang on, guys. Oh, and then there's a whole nother carbon chassis. I forgot to mention. I have a whole nother build that I got to do. So not including this, not including that, not including this, not including that Mojave. I also have a full limitless carbon fiber build. So yeah, my hands are going to be working. Going to be working. Okay. All right. Getting these fan clamperoos. Let's see. Loop VDM, my bread letter on the limit. And this will help me when instructed. Yes, sir. These live videos are to help you. And also me, but mainly you guys. You know, I really don't care to keep really good knowledge hidden if you guys ask for it. You know, that's it. Okay, we're gonna take this clamperoo off. Okay, this is, whoa, let's not fall down. And oh, this is for a 4042. So this 1717 is actually a 49 millimeter can, and this is a 42, so this would not have fit anyway. So as I said, that's why it kind of pays to not really order anything. You know, when it's ordered right the first time, you're going to pay half the amount and less shipping. Okay, I'm putting this guy. How am I going to do it? Do I want this? No, I think I want the screw out. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to hold. Need my handle driver, and I'm going to just get these screwed in a little bit. There we go. Dual 17. Kristen, yes, sir. Dual 1717, 1650. This is aimed to do about 150 on 6S, 170, 180 on 8S. Notice how I use the torque on this, just because I want everything the same torque. And I still use my hand, like where I go up like that, to lessen the torque a little bit, just so it doesn't keep hammering on it, you know. It's just what I do. And then bam, look at that. That's on there, pretty sweet. But we have 2. I'm gonna have to undo these nuts right here. These nuts, just because I'm putting 2 clamps on, because if you're having these crazy fans, you want 2 sets of clamps on there, because if you were to crash, these fans will literally eject out of your car if not held in place properly. So why not multiply held in place properly times 2? Making sure you stick onto your fans so they don't fly out and cause more damage. Okay. How's it going, guys? I appreciate all of you guys joining the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, so for all the guys who are new or just joining in, this is my first live at the new place. I just recently moved and we are back. We're back and ready to attack. Yep, so back and ready to attack. Just trying to not get too distracted. All right, so there we go. This is a crazy fan setup right here. Twin 40 by 40 millimeter fans, and there's 2 clamps on them. I personally like this setup the most because it just holds much better. It just holds. I mean, you have a big motor. And if these were on a 2028, I would have moved this one over here, which, you know, would be optimal. And bam, just like that. Now we have both of them in. Sweet. That looks nice. That looks nice. By the way, guys, if you... Let me grab my phone real quick. If you guys donate, I will really appreciate it. Everything here is going directly to the channel. So if you guys donate, it goes directly to Innovation RC. I smudged up a little bit before, but I still see everyone who actually donated to the channel. Everything is used towards the channel. And also, I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so if you guys don't want to donate, leave. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. If you guys don't donate, it's no big deal. I'm still here because I enjoy this stuff. I really do. And I enjoy helping people. As long as you say please and thank you, it's all good. Good in the hood. All right, so we got 1 fan on there. And yeah, hang on, let me finish before I test and prove. All right, so ready? This is the test. Both of these clamps. Ah, heavy, super heavy. And it's holding through just the clamps, all that. That's what you want. That's what you want. You don't want these fans going anywhere. And plus, why the hell not? It's aluminum. It's going to act as a heat sink. It's going to draw some more of the heat out. But yeah, so, you know, guys, that's impressive. It really is. You know, holding the whole car up with only the fan. And the fans are durable. There's no doubt in my mind that won't hurt them. So they're fine. Kristen Pellon, I have a dual 2028 800 kV build I'm working on. Awesome. Awesome. That's a lot of power. Just be careful with it. EJ, Mr. Ed, how's it going? If you guys don't know Ed, he was the school bus driver with the, what's it called? With the school bus that we pulled, that Colossus pulled a couple years ago. So EJCR, throw some likes up in there for him, making that possible. That was crazy. Hope you're doing well. I miss you. Oh my God, man. I miss everyone. I feel homesick almost. SERC, what is up? What's up? What's up? But yeah, these fans are bad to the ass. And I like the forged carbon, like the little accents, like it's purple. And then on the orange one, there's like orange accents. It's just cool. Hyperflow! Holy crap. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up in the chat for Hyperflow. They just donated $5. They just donated $5. I got to find my writer thing. Where the hell is my marker? I don't want to write in Sharpie. Oh, but yeah, this is the new place. We're still unpacking, and there's just still a lot of stuff all the way around, but it's big, and there's an echo, which is kind of cool. Actually, oh, here we go. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. Red? Should we do red? I think we should do red. I don't know, or black. Either way, I want it to stand out. This is the RC room. There's just so much crap all over the place. But yeah, Hyperflow, I appreciate the $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to write your name up on here, up in this board. Let's see if we have enough. No, that's not enough. That's exactly why I brought it, actually. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see. Hyperflow is getting on here. Hyper flow. Fans. Ooh. FANS. $5. I appreciate it. Oh, this thing's looks like it was gonna fall on me. All right, so we got Hyperflow fans up there for donating. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And also good job on these fans. These fans are kind of crazy, honestly. I don't even want to run them on foreheads. They're gonna fly off the car. The car's just gonna take flight. But either way, Hyperflow, thank you for the $5. And if you guys don't know Hyperflow fans, he makes these crazy, ridiculous fans up over here. Yeah, see? So that's what I was talking about. You see the orange? It's in the forged carbon over here, too, which is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful orange flake in there, too. That's the dual motor 1700 speedrun car. This thing is just nuts. It really is. This should do at least 190, at least. Any less, and I'll be disappointed. It's just crazy power in all these cars. EJCR, Mr. Ed. Yeah, I mean, the new place is really nice. I'm just still, there's growing pains, of course, you know, just moved in here and whatnot, but that's okay because, you know, it's bigger, it's nice. It's nothing, I wouldn't be able to get a place like this in South Florida unless I'm spending like $3 grand, $4 grand a month. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy. It really is. But moving up here, it's, you know, it's a different kind of scenery. It's a different scenery. It's a different change. It's nicer. The weather's cooler. People are, for the most part, you know, nicer. They're just not, you know, as rambunctious, I guess. It could just be the cooler climate, honestly. And this place was built like a year and a half ago. How on earth? We're paying under $2,000 a month here. So no way, no how is being down in South Florida worth it anymore. It's unfortunate. Come on, I need a small button head. I need a small button head. That's all we need. I would not have this issue if I started building this myself, because some screws are lost, but that's no big deal. That's why I have all the screws in the world right over there. Thoughts on the new Castle Creations Cobra Ghost Ace ESC? Hang on, let me put the screw in and I'll actually show you guys. I mean, it's not a good ESC. It's actually a crazy ESC. But I'm going to tell you something here. All right. Where did I put it? Here we go. We got the Ghost. No, Cobra 5 and the Cobra 5 Ghost. Let's see if you guys can see here. All right. So real quick, this ESC, this Cobra 5, it's pretty much going after like the Max 5, of course on 8S only. But it's not going to be able to put out as much power as an XLX2 because there's some limiters. But they purposely do that because they want your ESC to last longer. You know, that's reasonable. If you want to go faster, go with the XLX2, which is, I felt, a performance difference between XLX2 and Cobra 5. And this, obviously, this is going to push harder. It's going to push a little bit harder than an XLX2. There's less restrictions, so this will more than likely go to a blows. There's a guy pulling 700, 800, 900 amps in the test group that I'm in doing this stuff, and this will literally test your build if your solder joints are good or not. You know, if you're just getting it done quick to just go up and out, no, that's not the way to do it. You might as well just get an XLX2 that has a couple of the limiters that might actually help you. You know, like, oh, it just cut off. I wonder why. Well, if you're having those issues, you should not be getting the Ace ESC. Just like the Cobra 8 Ace, or I think it's the 8 or the X8S. I don't know. Either way, the Ace ones, they have less restrictions on there, and they're just going to push harder. And keep in mind, amperage causes kaboom, not voltage. Amperage causes boom. So you need to be careful. Yeah, you know. And that's also why it's sold with no warranty, which is completely reasonable. You know, so you want a ESC that's going to be able to put out. XLX2 is going to be a perfect blend between the Ghost Ace and the Cobra 5. The Cobra 5 is still a great basher ESC, which it is more affordable. So I would say it's going to be, you know, there's going to be less chance of a fault with the Cobra 5 ESC, just the regular one. The Cobra 5 Ace, there's, you know, if your build knowledge is not there, don't even buy it. Save yourself the time, the energy, and let's say you do something wrong, ESC blows up because your solder joint isn't good or it's not tight enough or whatever. Well, it's costing you more than just an ESC to get back up and running. So, gotta be careful. Where, oh where? Okay. This is another one. 1, 2, 3. I don't know where it is. I don't know, I got it somewhere. What I'm going to do to this pan now, we're doing it to the other side. Yeah, I'm going to miss the videos going down to Atlantic as well. For sure, for sure. Alright, this, and then that I can do. Yes, I'm just going to do the same, kind of the same setup of what I did before. Well, I would go for that one for drag. Yeah. Yeah, CJ. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you know, absolutely get the Ace, but just know if it blows, you gotta, you know, there's no warranty. If you're looking to set records, yeah, you know, in that case, yes. Me personally, I don't care to really set records, at least not anymore. It's kind of pointless for me to try. So that, I mean, even a regular XLX2, 99% of the market, including myself, of the RC buying market, can't even push an XLX2 to its maximum capability. You know, yeah. Yeah, so we're screwing this in here. There's some things I should be worried about. With Habeo, I mean, Habeo, I feel they make the only on-road chassis that's easily able to rival the Limitless. And when I say easily, like the quality in it is what I like. So, I mean, Hydro over there, he's literally a Habeo GTB, and that's a pre-gen VTE2. It's a shortened pre-gen, and I like that quality. It's just, you know, you're not buying crap, and I appreciate Habeo for making a good chassis. So you literally just set it up the same way depending on your diff ratio, depending on the diffs that it comes with or that you install. Set it up the same way as you do a Limitless. The only other thing that you might need to do is just tune it, calibrate it, and all that crap. Different to how your road is going to, you know, be like. You don't want to tune it exactly what you hear online. You want to tune it for the road that you're running on. That's the only thing I would say. You know, all is fair game out there in the drag world. All right, Mr. Ed, take it easy. RDM RC, how's it going? How are you? How are you? Good thing I have insurance. New Yeah, just be careful out there. All right, now we need to find the last clamp. Who took it? Which one of you took the clamp? Which one of you? Hang on, guys. Hang on. It might be in here. Oy. It might be in here. Or maybe not. pliers. I could find it later. Okay, just had it, and then now it wants to walk away now that I need it. That's how life works, I guess. Random bag. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we're good here. I'm not gonna like put this in all the way because we still need the other one. All right, Mr. Trunk Music, take it easy. Take it easy, take it easy. Earn that bread, my man. Where the hell did it go? Where in thy hell? Oh, is it here? Let me check. Yeah, because these are 4042s. Yeah, 4042, 4042. So we can't use those. We need 4749. All right, well, here's one. Okay, so now we're just going to want to make sure that these fans are all proper. Proper. Because listen, you're spending a lot of money. Not only does the car need to be right, you also kind of want it to look good. And there's like a lot of builds out there. I'm not saying who it is. You know, there's a lot of people that do good stuff. And then there's also a lot of people that just throw the damn thing together. You know, and even some hobby shops. You know, professional hobby shops where you want to spend your money. A lot of them. They just want it to get in and out. And believe me, I get it. The quicker you could turn over a car, the more money you make. But that's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm about. You know, again, cleanliness is the best way to build a car. Who cares if you're the last one to get it built? I don't care. So you just got to make sure everything is right. We're putting some Loctite on this over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Putting it into this clamp. And making sure these hyperflow fans don't go anywhere. Hi. There we go. All right, give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. Stay. All day. All right, I got my snack. See, I like peanut butter. It's just good. Okay. Sponsored by Peter Pan. My little sister, no. No, it's my girlfriend. She just got home from work. That's she. Yes, sir, Mr. Hyperflow. I was going to say attention to detail. Oh, let's not drop it. Huh. All right, just like that. And that. And now. And just even the way that they're like clamped on, I don't want one that's like a little bit off to the side. I won't sleep right at night. I'm not saying you have to be a perfectionist, but let's just say you want to do this as a business. I forgot who it was earlier in the live video, earlier in the stream. Like any advice, like something like that, you know, goes a long way, believe it or not. You want to make sure you are as accurate as possible. Not just like exactly where the fans are, but you know, You don't want one fan like cockeyed and the other one looking straight and decent. Okay, in and on. Okay, spoon because of my peanut butter. All right, hang on, stay. Now we're gonna test this fan out. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I like. Where you can literally hold the whole car with the fan, you know you have it mounted right. If you can't do that, mount it again. Mount it better. Do it better. Yeah. Oh, Jeff. I mean, it's all good. Like after opening it, like after a week though, it doesn't taste the same. So I think that just goes for everything. You know. 1433 2900 for drag, absolutely. I mean, it's a crazy high RPM motor, but if you're using an XLX2, I would recommend running that on 6S. 8S is going to hurt it. It really would. Because XLX2 or the new Cobras, their boards are really designed to run lower kV motors. They're not, just because you go fast with something doesn't, I mean, I'm not talking to you, just in general. Just because it's a faster spinning motor doesn't mean that this ESC will like it. The larger they are, the lower the kV. You know, so to counter that, I would either run it on 6S or be pretty conservative on 8S. You know, just don't throw all the crazy gearing at it. And more Jeff, or not Jeff, Peter Pan. I know you guys like Jeff more, but all good. That's what I run on my boat. Yes, sir. Already am. What's it called? The Hydra XLX2. Great boat ESC, and the X8S as well. Great electronics. All right. I'll be getting it reshimmed for 8S. All right. Yeah. I mean, as long as you set it up properly for 8S, you know, just keep in mind, it is a really demanding motor. I mean, I have a TP 4070 2900, and I still think that's demanding. You have a little bit larger of a motor. Let's see. How would that fit in the Typhon? Which one? What? Are you talking about the fan, Tyson? Or I don't know. Oh, yeah. Mr. Tyler Tyson? Tyson, yeah. Cobra and Cobra. I had these guys for about 3-4 months now. Both the Cobras. Yeah, so I test the stuff out for Castle. I'm gonna have to find another speedrun road or, you know, anything. Maybe I'll do a drag. Maybe I'll do a drag setup because it's easier to drag because you don't need a long road. All right, now we need ESCs. And check this out. For Hyperflow, he has his own mount. It mounts directly on top of the, what's it called? On the X8S ESC. But he had it mounted somewhere before, and I don't like doing dual motor builds where one ESC is used, the other one is not. You know, the wires were cut right here, super short, so I actually extended them, and I repaired them with 8 gauge, you know, so you got to do it right at least. I would probably put it right here, towards the back. Oh, you know what? Son of a hamster, I might want it. I don't think this is going to fit here. Oh, okay, maybe it will. You know what? I kind of like this position right over here, where the ESC is in the middle, or I could put it right here. I don't know. I could just put it right here. All right, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to want to do is actually clean this ESC, and we have the same thing over here as well. Oh, this has like super sticky crap on it. You guys want a drag build? I just don't like having to even be with some of the drag guys. They're just so, like, their egos just, they just spill out of them. And I'm just not about that. I used to drag race a long time ago with a Bandit, but I got out of that just because there's too much arguing, there's too much yelling, and I want to run. I don't want to have to wait an hour, 2, 3, 5 hours just to run once. And let's say I lose. I'm not running once to lose. I want to, actually, I don't care to lose. I just want to run. So, hence why I don't care to drag race, that much. It's because of the people that are in it. At least with speed runs, you can act as a team and be a team, and that's that. But with how Hydro performed on 4S, I actually just shot the video, it's a good, I would love to race dry tire. I don't want to do prep. Yeah, either Habeo or Limitless. I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about the electronics. I just want to know, like, if I could walk into the shop here and see if they have Habeo parts. That's the only thing. So I might go with the Limitless, honestly. That's the only thing, I'm not choosing the Limitless over that. I'm doing it whoever has more availability in parts. That's one thing I need to buy is alcohol, not to drink. Just because I like to clean the bottoms of the ESCs. I purposely ran out of alcohol and I didn't buy more because I knew I was moving. So I have to buy some. Yeah. Oh. God, what is this? This stuff is melted. Look at this. Yucky. But I will say this tape does, really stick. But gross. To take it off is a bitch. It really is. Stuff is melted almost. Mr. CJ, I might just do a drag card build. Because I've been thinking of doing one, and there's also a lot, like the drag scene up over here, like, yeah, they still scream and yell, but there's a lot of family-oriented things that go on, so they kind of have to keep it, for the most part, at bay. So, I don't know, I might get into the drag thing. I might do dry tire. I would prefer to do dry tire. Probably just run GRPs, honestly. I don't care to run foams. Even though foams are probably the way to go, but I don't want to spend $80 per time I go out. I'd rather spend 30, 40 every 3 times, which is reasonable, And I don't care to win. As I said, I just want to run. I want to race. I'm a racer. I'm not going out there to scream and yell at people. It's hilarious because that's literally what it is down south. At least half the time it is. It's crazy. They just, let me build a car to not run it and to scream at people. That's basically what half of them do. It's crazy. Yeah. Trying to get this, my fingertips are hurting. What I'm going to try to do is just mount the ESCs, and then I'm going to call the stream there because I have to see my cousin later, which is kind of nice because I haven't seen family in a little bit. And she was driving up, and we're going to meet for dinner. So probably the next 20-30 minutes, I'll leave the stream, or whenever I mount these ESCs and get done with it. Yeah. I hate this stuff, but it's good because it's sticking. There we go. Whoa. It's fine. is hurting. What the hell? Oh, that's like the top layer of it. That's going to be a bitch to get off. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I like dry tire because I don't want to run 8S. It's so much power for it to really not go anywhere. I'd run at most 6S, and hell, I would prefer to set it up on 4S. You know, just so much power in the drag scene that's not even used. You know. Peanut butter is hitting the spot, though. I'll certainly tell you. Yeah, Ski Man, I completely agree with you. That's the thing. I mean, these are just RC cars. I understand that there's like money on the line, and believe me, if I really put my mind to drag racing, I'm sure I would be a threat. But I don't want to be yelled at for doing something. I'm sick of that. I understand if I rob a bank, I'd be, yelled at, but that's reasonable. What am I doing, driving a toy car? Oh my God, that doesn't count. Man, come on. These are toys. 30, 40-year-old ass, and I'm 20. Come on. I've done a lot of it. All right, so we're just about done here. So I think I'm going to put it like that. And it's perfect because it's not too wide like the XLX. So if he wants to mount a longer battery, you can. I actually kind of like this setup a lot. Versatile. All right, here. All right, see? So I'm going to put the ESCs over here, and I feel it's going to be a little bit better. Hang on. I might have to cut that little piece of carbon off, but that's no big deal. I'm going to put them right over here because these wires can go just like that. I might shorten them, actually. Might shorten them a little bit. But it's good because you could still put like a GPS over here, a long battery. Now if you want to run my batteries, which I'm not, telling them to, but probably go SMC or another crazy high-end battery brand, So now you don't need a small battery because an ESC isn't mounted here because I have to, So you could probably run here. Actually, on Spartan over there, he has one whole side of the car literally just dedicated to batteries. The other side, we have the ESC and the motor to counterbalance the weight of the batteries. So I think I'm going to go this route. What you think? What you think? What you think? I think I'm going to go this route. I'm going to have to cut this, if you can see right there. Let me see if I can zoom. Nice. I got to cut that piece of carbon off because it's going to like pinch or stab the battery, and I don't want to, 1000%, I don't really want him to puncture a battery. So I'm just going to probably file or shave it down or something, just easy, simple, nothing too crazy. Okay, so I think we're just about done here, and peanut butter was really good today. And yeah, so next live that I do, I'm going to try to get a tripod so it could hold my phone like literally like this, and that would just be so much easier. I'm going to do that, and I do appreciate all of you watching. And again, we had Hyperflow fans. He donated $5 on this stream, so I really appreciate him. Anyone who donates gets on the board of awesomeness. I have to rewrite it because I smudged it a little bit with the move. So I do appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. And yeah, these are actually Hyperflow fans right here, actually, ironically, all of these. So very nice fans. Appreciate any of you guys who donate. Everything is used to go towards the channel, and I do appreciate all of you watching. I'm gonna head out here now. I gotta start getting ready. So till many more, and we will do a lot more. So again, thanks for watching. Yes, sir, Ski Man. Take it easy.